Willkommen back to Houston Live, y'all. It is that time of year again. Oktoberfest, currently underway, the 16-day festival, celebrates German culture, a good time, and of course, beer.
You don't have to travel far to get in the spirit. James Simpson with What's on Tap Radio brought Bavaria to us.
Yes,
so
thank you, James Simpson.
I know that was heavy.
That's heavy.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Thank you for the pretzel necklaces
Absolutely.
as well.
Always gotta,
Thank you for the
fed
gifts.
during while you're drinking some beer.
That's right.
So Oktoberfest starts in September. It's already underway.
It is always on. It kicked
Munich.
off Saturday.
Okay.
And it goes until October.
October 6th.
Yep.
Okay, but here locally.
But I'm not going, so what are we
so
doing
that's
here?
the thing is, like, I can't afford to go to Munich, but
They won't give me time off work.
Yeah, and plus it's very expensive to go to Munich.
Okay.
I looked at airfare and hotel, and very expensive. Although there's so many great events happening around town. So. There's many, like No Label's having one this weekend,
Okay.
Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And then another one is Galveston Island. Go out to the island. Island time. So much
I
fun.
love
Galveston
that.
Island Brewing, which I brought some of their beer here to sample, has another one coming up in October.
Or do both, since Katie is
or
this weekend.
Do both.
Do both.
Absolutely.
And they're so much fun. They're family friendly. You can go out there. They have polka. They have good food. It's just an all-around good time.
And they make sure they're stocked up on beer, which is what
Yes.
you've done for us today. And you got some great local beer for us to try.
I went a couple local and I went a couple national
Okay,
just to
okay.
spice things up a little bit.
Love that.
And so we're gonna
And tell us, sorry, what did we start off at the top
So
of the
that
show?
is No Label's Fest beer.
Okay.
So Fest beer is a style that came out in the late 70s. Polaner, which is the official beer of Oktoberfest, came up with a lighter version of Oktoberfest Marzen because people were drinking and it's getting full. So they came up with a lighter version. That is the Fest beer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you drink that, a big
Yeah, when
heavy
you have
beer,
two
it's
or
like,
three,
okay.
throw a pretzel down with
Full.
it, you're gonna be miserable.
Right.
So they came out with a lighter version, which is the
Yummy.
Fest beer.
Das ist gut.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And so I figured we'll go down the flight. I love flights because you can get to sample a couple different ones.
Yes.
Without, if you don't like it, it's not too bad. You just
Less
you can move on.
commitment.
You can move on.
Right.
But we're gonna move down the flight. So I wanted to start with local. I'm gonna go with St. Arnold Oktoberfest.
Okay.
But I do want to put a disclaimer out there because I'm gonna get those 3 beer nerds out there that light me up on social, going, "That's not an Oktoberfest. That's a Scotchtoberfest."
Oh.
You know
So-
what I tell them? Listen up, geek.
Yeah. It's
I'm
a
gonna
beautiful
drink what I
beer.
wanna drink.
Too much time on your hands.
I
Leave me
know
alone.
it's not a real Oktoberfest. It's a Scotchtoberfest, but it's still beautiful beer and it tastes great.
Okay, well, it is beautiful. So this
Yes.
is the St. Arnold Oktoberfest, 6.6 ABV.
Yep, sounds about right.
Salud. Prost.
Salud.
Oh, Travis was drinking these all yesterday at St. Arnold. He loved this.
So this one is a little more body
I
because this
like
is an ale. This is not a lager like traditional Oktoberfest. So you're gonna get a little more mouthfeel.
A little more, I'm
Yeah.
feeling something in my mouth.
Yeah?
That
But
is
you're
for
still gonna
sure.
get toffee and caramel notes, some cookie maybe.
It's a pretty intense flavor. I wish
Yeah.
I could describe this to our viewers.
This color's beautiful.
If you've
though.
ever had an ale, it does have like a deep caramelly
Right.
coffee kind of flavor.
But it does get that like rich mouthfeel because of it being a fuller body.
You
But
keep
still
going
good.
back for this. This is good. And
Yeah.
6.6, I mean, that's no
And
joke.
look at the can. It's such a beautiful looking beer. Like
Gorgeous.
St. Arnold, obviously, they just killed it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, for sure.
Next on the list, I had to go with the GOAT, which is the Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. And we started off the show yesterday, and I asked Chad Pilby, my co-host, and then Harbolight Bill, who's on our third mic, what is the most popular local, as local as American brewed Oktoberfest? Without missing a beat, they both said the Oktoberfest from Samuel Adams.
Really?
Yeah, because it's such a
interesting.
good beer. It represents the style well.
Okay.
Can I ask a question about temperature? What is the appropriate temperature to serve these beers? Because I know
Okay.
there is no. I said ice cold beer once, and Brian Holson, who's here in studio, was like,
Right.
"It's not ice cold beer; it's crap beer." So, am I drinking it incorrectly if I like a cold beer?
No, you don't want it freezing. You don't want it below 32 degrees, but I would say like 47-ish.
Okay.
Is a good.
This feels nice.
So I poured it a little while ago to let it kind of open up a little bit and temperatures open up.
Let it breathe like a
But
wine.
you see, it's a little more thinner because
Yeah.
this is an actual lager. And so
That's wonderful.
you can tell the difference between the Scotchtoberfest for all the beer purists out there from St. Arnold.
Okay. And we're getting lighter as we go
Yeah,
down
you
the
see
board.
we're getting a little
so-
more pale. Okay.
Right.
So this beer, I'm so glad I got my hands on this one. This one is the Marchtoberfest from Galveston Island Brewing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a funny story about, or a cool story about this is they brewed this for World Beer Cup.
Okay.
And World Beer Cup's in May. And all these Oktoberfest beers come out in October, but they wanted to send a fresh beer for judging. So they sent off a Marchtoberfest that they brewed just for the competition.
Okay.
But they know people don't like to drink Oktoberfest outside of season. I don't get it. People drink Oktoberfest in November and December. They don't expire. But they knew that people wouldn't drink them because it says Oktoberfest in March, so they just renamed it Marchtoberfest.
Marchtoberfest.
Yeah. And they threw a
Genius.
whole Marchtoberfest in Galveston. It was so much fun. And yeah, see that right there? They won.
Oh yeah,
a
it's
beer
got
cup.
the beer cup award winner right there.
Right there, and yeah, gold winner at the World Beer Cup for the Marzen category.
That is well deserved. You know, when
Yep.
you take a risk, you do something different, people notice it. Okay, last beer. We're tight on time, James Simpson.
Okay.
What do you got?
Last one, Athletic Brewing Company. Now, no alcohol in this one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because for the first time in Oktoberfest, they are having a section for alcohol-free, which calls Dinul.
Okay.
And so this is an alcohol-free.
This is yummy.
Yeah, and it
is
tastes
good.
great.
It is
A lot
really
of these
good.
alcohol-free breweries, these NA beers, taste just like their style.
This is so hoppy. I mean, it's definitely a beer.
It's delicious. And also, I like that philosophy because there are a lot of people out there who don't drink at all.
Exactly.
You should be able to go and enjoy Oktoberfest and put on the lederhosen or
And
your
enjoy.
dirndl and enjoy.
Sober curious or just sober,
Just healthy
wanting
options.
to hang out.
Nice healthy
Absolutely.
options. And
Absolutely.
so I wanted to bring that just because it's a rising category. NA beer's not going anywhere anytime soon.
That's so cool.
We are glad you did. There's the info on your screen. No Label Brewing this weekend, starting on the 27th. That's in Katy. And Galveston Island Brewing happening in October. Mark your calendars for that, October 12th. And that's a daytime event, 12 to 9 p.m. James Simpson, What's on Tap Radio? Prost.
Prost. We got to hold out
oh.
these like this.
Yes.
And you got to
got
remember,
our
you got to
sign.
put your pinky under
Ouch.
it, and you got to hold it eye level, no spillage. If you spill, you're out.
No spillage.
No
Okay,
spillage
we're gonna take a
whatsoever.
break and see how long we can hold these up.
Oh my
Hurry,
God.
go to break.
That's
Go.
heavy.
It's